Imagine a room so cold you can see your breath, filled with the hum of 1,000 black boxes. There are no bankers here, no trading floors, no shouted orders, just rows of blinking blue lights. If these lights go out, the global economy doesn't just slow down, it ceases to exist. We've spent centuries building a financial system based on trust, gold, and paper. But in the last decade, we quietly moved the entire soul of capitalism into a handful of server farms owned by 3 companies you already know. The next great crash won't start with a housing bubble or a bad loan. It will start with a line of code. Right now, the world's largest banks are outsourcing their brains. They call it the cloud. It sounds fluffy and ethereal, but it's actually just someone else's computer. Instead of running their own private systems, Wall Street has migrated its most sensitive data, the ledgers that track who owns what, to a few massive tech giants. It's efficient, it's fast, it's also a single point of failure the size of a continent. Here is the hidden mechanism. Finance is now a just-in-time industry. When you swipe a card for a coffee, a digital handshake happens in milliseconds across thousands of miles. If that handshake is delayed by even a second, the transaction fails. If it's delayed for an hour, global supply chains freeze. If it's delayed for a day, the rioting starts. We've traded stability for speed, and we've concentrated all that speed into the same 3 or 4 digital baskets. The uncomfortable math is that these systems are now too complex for any one human to fully understand. We have algorithms fighting other algorithms over fractions of a penny, executing millions of trades in the time it takes you to blink. We're told this creates liquidity, a fancy word for making sure money flows easily. But the reality is more like a high-speed train with no brakes and a driver who fell asleep 5 miles ago. We've built a financial skyscraper on a digital foundation of sand. The irony is that the more advanced we become, the more fragile the system feels. We're one sophisticated cyber attack, or even just one mundane software update, away from a total dark start scenario where the ATMs stop breathing and the numbers in your bank account become nothing more than flickering ghosts. We used to worry about greedy CEOs. Now we should probably worry about a cooling fan failing in a warehouse in Northern Virginia. The system is more connected than ever, which means it's more contagious than ever. If the entire global economy is running on a server in a room you aren't allowed to enter, who actually owns the system? And more importantly, what happens to your life when that room goes quiet?